Hummingbird is clinically engineered to increase landing absorption up to 8 times your own body weight. The more force you can sustain upon landing, the higher you will jump.
Steve Bitker, KCBS. Just curious your reaction to news of the Draymond suspension. Were you surprised? And I trust you're still confident.
Yeah, we were surprised. Knowing, unfortunate situation, and, him getting caught with LeBron on top of him, and I don't think his intention was to try to hurt anybody. He's protecting himself, but it's an unfortunate situation for our team. But we, like you said, we're still confident. We know that we have the personnel and the depth to come out and get a win, and that's all that really matters. It honestly doesn't matter what we think about, what he did or didn't do. The situation is what it is, and we got to win.
Do you think it's possible LeBron was baiting him?
I don't know. You have to ask him.
In the middle.
Paul from Law Sports China. Hello, Steph. Have you talked to Draymond about his suspension in Game 5? Was he depressed about that?
He's not happy, no. But, anybody in that situation, you can't expect them to be okay with the decision or whatnot. So I know he's going to give us positive energy. He's going to support us as a team the best way he can, even though he's not going to be on the floor. And we have to go out and get a win for him.
Over here on the right.
Steph.
Standing on the right.
Standing over Steph Kim Kawakami Mercury. He's got the ice pack on your shoulder. Is this an injury or is this something?
I can't even keep a straight face. Whoever said he was getting shoulder surgery and all that kind of stuff.
That's what I thought.
It's we got bumps and bruises, but we'll be all right.
Both shoulders?
No, we'll be fine.
You've only played without Draymond once this season. It was a loss. What do you lose when he's not there? What do you feel the void is when Draymond's not on that court?
I mean, you see every game what he brings, the energy, defensive presence. He's a playmaker with the ball in his hands, and he's a proven all-star that's done a lot for our team this year. So we obviously miss his impact, and the intangibles that he brings to the game. And somebody's, we're gonna have to have somebody step up and do it by committee to replace that effort. And we'll figure out the lineups that we need to throw out there. We'll figure out the plays we need to run and kind of the flow we need to have on the offensive end. And then obviously all 5 guys on the defensive end have to step up and guard your man and help each other out and play with even more energy than we have so far in the series.
And Steve Kerr just mentioned to us the Magic Johnson Game 6 without Kareem. I know it's been short, but has he mentioned that to you? Do you see something like that possible going on in the next game?
Yeah, we're going to come out aggressive and confident, and just like we would had if Draymond was playing. We understand what we're playing for, and that's all that matters. So we hope to have a great night, take care of the details of the game. Individual guys step up and play, pretty special, or have special efforts and come out with a win.
Spears in the back.
Mark Spears, ESPN's Undefeated. Steph, what did you make of LeBron's comment about what the trash talking being bothersome to him in the post-game press conference?
I didn't hear what he said. That he just said it bothered him?
He said some of the things that Draymond said on the floor were shouldn't have been said, were offensive.
I mean, that's between them two. Knowing the game of basketball and the competition, there's going to be chatter back and forth. I've gotten into it with guys at times. You obviously never get personal with it, and I don't think from my recollection of hearing what was said, I don't think it crossed the line in that regard. But trash talking is a part of the game. You got to give it, got to be able to take it. It's just you don't want to see it ever cross the line and become personal, because the game of basketball is never that serious in regards to disrespecting people. So you got to leave it on the floor.
And lastly, should what is said be talked about off the floor? And also, it seemed like you and LeBron actually had an exchange last game as well.
I don't think so. There's a lot of emotion, a lot of competition on the floor, and like I said, as long as it doesn't cross the line, I think pretty much anything's fair game, and should be left on the floor for sure. And me and him were talking about, wrestling on an inbound play. I was trying to let the ref know what was going on, and he had a rebuttal, and that was it.
Joe on the left side.
Hey, Steph. Joe Vargan, Cleveland.com. Kind of along the lines of what Mark was just asking. LeBron said separately that it was Draymond's, swing at him that set him off, and also something that Draymond had said. And you had mixed it up with LeBron as well. What I was going to ask is, were you surprised, or was there anything that you thought was out of the ordinary about LeBron's reaction just in that couple minutes span there? Like, did you think he was more upset than perhaps he should be?
I'll never tell somebody how they should react or not react on the floor. Everybody's different, has different personalities. So I would never want somebody judging me and my responses on the floor, because sometimes you can control it, sometimes you can't. And like I said, whatever happens on the floor, it stays there, and it's all a part of the game and the back and forth of competition. So there's no right or wrong way really to handle those situations. You do what you feel is right, and you live with it. Doesn't matter what anybody says, really.
Last two questions here in the second row.
Steph, over here. Tariq Majedi, Afghanistan basketball. Can you talk about, in the context of basketball, what message a player is trying to send to someone when they step over them? Like the AI on Ty Lue, Pippen on Ewing, and we saw that LeBron kind of did that on Draymond. Can you talk about what that step over kind of means on the basketball court?
In that context, the one that happened last game was totally different. There was no play that happened. It was kind of with AI and Pippen, it's usually somebody getting dunked on or somebody crossing somebody over, and you see them. It's one of those situations where you just want to add insult to injury. I don't know what LeBron's intention was. Like I said, you have to ask him. Obviously, Draymond thought it was disrespectful and wanted to get up and say something. So that was his reaction to it. I would have probably done the same thing. But there have been some cool moments where AI's done it. And obviously, Ty Lue didn't like it at the time. Neither did any of the Laker team. But it was AI's cool moment, and everybody remembers it. But you could single out a lot of different plays in the history of the game where you add a little insult to injury, just enjoying the moment.
Because in that situation, to the fan, it seemed as if LeBron had shoved him down and then stepped over him. So giving him some sort of cause to react that way. Did you feel
that's what I thought Draymond was reacting to that situation. It wasn't so much getting thrown down as he's trying to get up and somebody, straddling him on top. So it's like a awkward situation to be in. So that was his reaction. That's why I'm still kind of surprised that was what the decision was.
Mark, last question.